Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So today I'm going to retire my 5.5-year-old keyboard that I've been using with my first iMac. I use it with all Apple products. So currently I'm using my MacBook Pro 14, and the product that I want to use with it now is the newer version of this. So I went out and grabbed the latest version of this keyboard, as you can see right here. And this is a quick side-by-side. So if you were thinking about upgrading your keyboard to the latest one with Touch ID, this is the latest Magic keyboard. Now, normally when you hooked this keyboard to your system, it's going to say administrator's keyboard. That's what it says for this original version here. So just a few things looks like they've changed. This one is aged very, very well. It's just a really nice keyboard to use if you don't want to use the keyboard on your actual laptop. So most Mac users that I know that have a laptop, they close the lid and it goes to an external monitor. You have an external keyboard. I've actually had this as well for almost at the same time. This is a keyboard 5.5 years. So I've had this one right here. This is the original trackpad. It still works. Now, the reason for this particular switch is because predominantly Touch ID, but then also the keys over here in this area, this shift key, I believe, is starting to stick a little bit, and it became a little annoying. I could easily just get taken and gotten it fixed, or just kept working around it, but I got the new MacBook Pro 14, and I have Touch ID, and there's a few things on here. The layout is a little bit different. If you look at the top row here, you can see the eject button has now been replaced with the Touch ID, which is also now a power button. So when you want to just put your computer to sleep with the lid closed, you press that button right there with the Touch ID button on it, and it'll put it to sleep. Then you've got some other things up here like do not disturb. You've got a mic button up there as well, your search button. And then, they took away these ones right here. These are just blank. And then they took away this one right here as well. And if you come on this side, you've got the world key over here now on top of the function key. And after that, when it comes to typing on these, obviously the new one is going to feel really nice. But this one right here that I've had all these years, I try to take care of my products. It's only been dropped a couple times. There's a few dents in there. And this is built, this just goes to show that this is built extremely well. I could probably sell this for 50, 60 bucks after 5.5 years because it technically still works. It's just a little dented on some of the sides. I even have the original box to this. So that is, this keyboard right here in a nutshell. It lasted a very long time. Now with the new keyboard, it definitely feels really good. It's a little bit more lightweight. As you can see, they've rounded off the corners, just pretty much rounded it off and made it just feel better on the corners and kind of flow with their current products, I would say. And then after that, folks, this will set you back 180 bucks if you have any kind of discounts or anything like that. I just went over to Best Buy and got it. And that's it. That's all I did. I could have gotten it from the Apple store, but I just wanted to just get it right now because I get a discount at the Apple store. But I just said I don't feel like driving that far, so let me just grab it while they had some in stock also. Now, one thing I do wish is I wish I could have gotten different colors of this. I would have gotten a blue color or something like that. Nonetheless, having the full version versus the small one that I bought. If you remember, I bought the small version of this. It was $100, and I just didn't like that, so I had to get rid of it because I was so used to using the larger keyboard. Now that I'm back on with this, I've been using it for a little bit. Traveling feedback is really nice. In the box, you also get you get a new braided cable like you do for the MacBooks. So the Type-C cable that comes in the box now. I'll show you here. Comes with a Type-C cable that's braided. This is the box that it comes in. It just says Magic Keyboard with Touch ID now. And you get a braided Type-C cable in the box. That's really, really nice. Now, obviously, I have a braided keyboard or cable already, and I have several Apple keyboards, Apple Lightning port cables, so I was like, I'll just leave it in the box. But nonetheless, there it is, folks. I finally was happy to get my new keyboard in. Static, really. Something like this is, if you take care of your products, they'll last a long time. And like I said, the other keyboard technically still works. So it'll become a backup keyboard for me if in the event this one doesn't last 5.5 years like that one did. So I literally got that in 2017, I believe it was. So it is 2022 now. And here it is. I decided to go ahead and grab it. I like how this one feels. It's ultimately really the same keyboard. It's just rounded at the corners with added Touch ID. And then obviously, updated some of the keys up top. But other than that, folks, this is a win that I was waiting for. Patiently kept waiting, and started to treat myself. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Any of you guys using a full-size keyboard like this with your MacBook Pro when it's closed, or just with your current MacBook or your current iMac or whatever you're using, did you upgrade to this one as well? It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. And hopefully this thing right here lasts me another 5.5, 10 years. But I really use Logitech though. That's my mouse that I have. Or I have two sources going. When I want a regular mouse, I start swiping with this, and then when I'm doing some editing, I actually edit with this. This is what I use that for. I edit using this keyboard, that trackpad only. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll leave a link down below just in case you want to pick one of these up. Take care.